Welcome back, everybody. It's your host, the most here, Starborn, Feline, coming at you with a new episode of Verse 1999. We're picking up not where we left off last time, and so we are here. So we now know that everybody's moving into position. Igor and Ivan have struck a deal to assist with dealing with Calvin. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, so I'm just gonna call him Calvin from now on. Calvin, who is planning to do something with Chiron. Anyway, legacy of the era, a worm frozen in resin, its body encased in hundreds of millions of years. Is it the prisoner within silence?
What are they so scared of? The cavalry is here to protect them.
After all the chaos, letters from the front, soaring prices, bandits. Belgrade is worn thin, even afraid of its own shadow.
Just like the people of Tamarovka.
You didn't keep the cavalry's orders confidential?
Word always gets out.
Then the citizens must know that you will soon withdraw from the Don. With no one left to protect them, they have lost all faith. They do not know why the cavalry comes. I'm certain their minds are filled with the worst possibilities. They think you will plunder the city, no doubt. That's most of what they have faced since this began.
I see. We'll find a man of standing. Fyodor Petrovich, perhaps, and convince him we bear no ill.
People don't understand what they cannot see with their own eyes, and you cannot tell them about the foundation of Xena. They have already formed a militia, preparing for the worst. All we can do is remain discreet and avoid adding fuel to the fire.
We must end this quickly. Deal with Krotov. Captured or killed, it doesn't matter. Destroy the ritual and return the step to what she once was.
And aid the Timekeeper in her mission.
1 week, Igor. That was your word. Do not forget it.
I suggest we entrust the ritual issue to Lilia's flight unit. They have the element of surprise. An aerial strike will give the Manus little time to react.
Already done. The coordinates you gave are with Lieutenant Lilia. He's working on an air raid plan as we speak.
I will leave Belgrade to you. The Timekeeper waits for me at the church.
What she seeks is in a church.
What kind of church is this? Place is abandoned. Capitan, I don't know what you're looking for here, but you got to take care of yourself. Especially...
I will, Lilia. Have a good flight.
Never had a bad one. Though smashing into the Vice President's office would make it a little better than the rest.
Lieutenant Lilia, my interests do not conflict with the Timekeepers. The coordinates I provided are correct. We are on the same side.
I am not worried. If you dare to lie about this, you're not leaving the city alive. But no matter what you do, now or in the future, I'll never forget what you did in Sao Paulo. I'll live through this war, and I hope you do too, so I can walk you to the judgment seat myself and see you punished for everything you've done. And if the court doesn't sentence you to death, I will.
Lieutenant, I know what I've done. I see the faces of those I sacrificed more clearly than anyone. I look forward to my judgment day.
So do I.
Let's go, Timekeeper. What we search for is underneath the church.
Underneath?
As there is change, so do landmarks. There was a time the Amber Room was buried beneath the market even. The church's cellar is deep, near the periphery of the Amber Room. Ptolemy led the digging of the simple tunnel between them.
Timekeeper, are you sure you want to go down there alone?
It's all right, Sonetto. Only Igor and I are allowed in the Amber Room. That was the deal. You and Marsha can just wait for me here. What's that light ahead?
The lighting system my man built before.
Before? When they dug the tunnel?
Earlier than that.
A metro station. Looks like Cold War period. What's it doing here?
It's because of the Amber Room. The range of its storm immunity expanded, covering the station.
The immunity range expanded. So this isn't the center of the Amber Room.
Of course not. There was a metro station here when the Foundation and Zeno built the laboratory.
A laboratory built in collaboration between the Foundation and Zeno.
There is still some distance to the Amber Room. Let's talk on the way. Much remains to explain. The Foundation and Zeno have worked on many projects together, of many security levels. I am now free to talk of them. After the second storm, Several Xeno generals and committee members requested my military support for a research project on the storm. At first, I thought it was similar to the Changeling project. Shady perhaps, but not too harmful.
That project still caused harm to tourists at the Green Lake campsite and the surrounding residents.
This is nothing compared to what the Ember Room did. After I joined the project, my orders were to station on the outskirts of Belgrade and build a military zone to protect the underground site. At the same time, the Foundation asked for a thorough review of all soldiers who served Xeno after the first storm, but did not appear in any 1999 records at headquarters.
Were they not registered?
No, their records were flawless in each branch across the world, but compared to headquarters records from 1999, anomalies were found. Some had similar resumes and ranks, but different photos from those filed in headquarters, as if their identities were stolen or replaced. Xena also encountered people whose faces matched their archive, but whose names were different, with no connection to Xeno at all. Sound familiar, Timekeeper?
Yes. Mr. Duncan in Sao Paulo. His appearance matched an acquaintance of mine. A man I saw dissolve in the storm.
I was tasked with locating these abnormalities and bringing them to the Amber Room. For what purpose, I did not know. The guard there confided to me that people look different after leaving, as if no longer themselves.
Did you ever consider finding out what was going on?
No. Back then, my faith was firm. I wholeheartedly believed in the Foundation's vision of peace and honored my duty. That is to say, I followed orders. That led to my deepest regret. After the 6th storm, they brought in Earth.
The Foundation found Erd that long ago.
Specifically, those leading the Amber Room project did. By order of the Pax House, all information on the project was sealed. The 2 subsequent storms came suddenly. During that time, something happened to Earth. Something different. During one storm, she escaped, but the secrecy of the project left us without manpower to find her. This is what led to her multiple disappearances in the following storms.
She could have stayed in the safe zone, couldn't she?
Indeed. From my view, the Foundation only searched for her to cover for their mistakes. I remember well the last time I saw Earth. It was on a vast land. Dangerous. Barren. Much like the Dawn Steppe.
In Antarctica?
That was Dr. Dora's. I talk of Earth. When I saw her in São Paulo, I knew her at once, both by her appearance and by her unique, calm bravery. But Dr. Doris was not the woman I knew in 1999. She was lost, a soul trying to reclaim memory and identity.
In other words, the last time you saw the Erd you knew was before the first storm.
Correct. In 1999, the year the first storm rose rain from the earth. This is the second event I want to tell you about. At that time, our army stood ready in Kazakhstan for a war none had ever seen before. Miss Earth, the army is combat ready.
Thank you for letting me know, Admiral. At the moment they start the ritual, they'll be their most vulnerable. I need to be close to its center at that time.
Understood. You know what you are doing. I believe in you. Their defenses are weak. There is no need to worry, Miss Earth. Everything will go smoothly.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about her.
You mean your daughter?
Yes. She's still too young to understand all this.
The SPDM will take good care of her.
The Foundation made the same promise. I suppose it's the only way.
Manus Vindictae held its first space-time ritual on December 31st, 1999.
If they had succeeded, that ritual would have brought time back to the blank era. Antarctica was their second attempt. The results were much the same. The flood summoned by the ritual was incomplete and turned into the first storm. I promised Earth the operation would go smoothly, but I lied. Neither Xeno nor the Foundation had any idea how powerful the Manus' defensive ritual was. The situation was desperate. We had only one order: advance, regardless of the casualties. When the storm rose, it swallowed the details of the war. Yet the weight of it haunts me still. The grief of sending my soldiers to die. Like the flame of a candle, they were extinguished in an instant. If it weren't for the storm blurring my memories, I would have left Xeno and the Foundation far sooner.
Then what ultimately led to your betrayal?
We've arrived. It was the Ember Room project. It showed me the Pax House's arrogance. By now, I don't know which shows less respect for life, the Foundation or Manus Vindictae. I once thought that we fought and sacrificed for a firm conviction, to bring a bright and peaceful future. But I can fool myself no longer. The Pax House may aim to build a peaceful future for both humans and Arcanists, but their means are no longer justifiable. And with Arcana as she is, this is a war for gods. How can we stand, let alone claim victory, as mere mortals? How I wish to have a god on my side, Timekeeper. What lies in the Ember Room, I cannot fully say. Data fragments, Miss Earth's words, whatever it is, she wants you to have it. Destiny has seen it survive several storms, waiting for this hour, for you. This is a door only you and Miss Earth may open. Go. Walk through it.
I'm still not sure if you're telling the truth. But thank you for bringing me here, Igor.
Okay, so we've got into an interesting crossroads here. Excuse me. I'm trying not to burp into the mic. But basically, here's what we're hearing from our general friend here. He is implying that the Foundation has done things that is just as bad, if not worse, than what Management Dixie has done, which is interesting. There's been some, I won't lie, they've been implying that for a little while, but it's been kind of on the back burner more than anything. The ends justify the means sort of method, but still, we haven't seen that for quite some time. We knew, if you recall, way back, and I want to say it was chapter 3, we saw just how far people like Beatrice, or yeah, her name was Beatrice, the co-leader of the Foundation, how far she was willing to go to make sure she kept Vertain under the thumb, doing everything to not just shorten the storm, but to erase connections for Transformer at the time. But we're probably gonna see what's here in just a moment. But first, winter is coming, yet under the golden famine, the lone river runs pale and weak. That was one of these. Alright. What is it, Bean? Drink some water first. Take your time. I cannot, Commander. You might have thrown me down the well for what I'm about to say, but please give us the order to arrest the rotten merchants. They must be punished. This isn't like you. Were you the one who told the quartermaster to keep the well clean because you'll drink from it again? But I have to do something. These lying bastards are running the market into the ground. Banknotes are nothing more than worthless scraps now. You need to solid gold just to buy a bucket of moldy, rotten potatoes. It's outrageous. Hoarding goods and profiting from war is nothing new. The price has been sky high for ages. A small pouch of salt now costs as much as a quartermaster's monthly wage. Did you really expect us to stand by and do nothing? Golden family is still spreading. The flour mills shut down after its workers enlisted. Life in Brigard keeps getting harder. I'll understand. I'll speak with Ford Petrovich. We can't let the parasites bleed the city dry. Commander, you have much more to discuss with him than that. The other day, an old man approached our soldiers with a gun, holding to trade it for food. They agreed. Now the women, children, and elderly are gathering outside the camp to barter for rations. I heard their belongings and weapons brought with their relative lives. When just approaching it, they brought everything their own. They're desperate. That's what I thought too, so I didn't order the guards company to forcibly disperse them. But there are opportunities in the crowds using the chance to loot the locals. Have you identified them? Yes, they aren't bandits or infiltrators, but refugees, the stronger ones among them. Standard barriers outside the headquarters, post guards, begin screening and controlling measures. We cannot continue. Yes, sir. What about the women, children, and the elderly? Screen them out and get them settled. Bring as many rations as possible. I won't have the poor people getting caught in the conflict. Okay, so yeah, things are hard on everybody. There's a saying that that conversation just brought to mind. How oftentimes life imitates art. Yes, it's a boozy saying, I'll admit it, but when you look at what the game is talking about, the subject matter right now, and here's the thing, this is the sort of thing, if you know anything about game design, or even if you don't, let me give you a quick refresher. Game design, especially with story-relevant games, they get planned out way ahead. So this game was planned out way ahead before, well, what we see happening today. This chapter I would get probably, if I had to give it a guess, I'd say it was probably planned out at least 6 months in advance. They're reusing a lot of assets, so that helps out a little bit, like with characters and such. But they still have a few newer ones that they add in as well, but nothing too crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, we're kind of in the midst of a bit of a rough period where we see prices going up, and it's unfortunately going to get worse before it gets better for us. But you see that them talking about it here, so you do probably want to plan ahead a little bit and probably be careful. And like, just, I don't mean to be a downer, but it's just, looking at everything right now, it's a bit hard to not just think about the worst case scenarios, but like I said, plans for the worst, but hope for the best. Things will always get better, and we'll see where it goes. But enough doom and gloom talk. The Defender's Oath. An ancient proclamation arrives at a foreign city's gate, clad in blood and dust.
How are you feeling, Miss Erd?
Just as I have the many other times I've sat on this chair. And must you insist on calling me by my pen name?
Erd is your real name. If you want to find the true you, you need to accept it.
But I'm just a journalist, an occasional writer on hippies. Erd is simply a pseudonym for my submissions to a certain magazine. I still don't understand the purpose of this experiment. Your claims of world peace sound no different from many of my interviewees on the street.
She's ready. Vessel ensoulment, test number 13. Begin.
Vertain. Mom? It really is you, my child. It's been so very long. You're slighter than I'd imagined, but how wonderful it is to see how you've grown.
Why are you here? This isn't reality. I can feel it. Where are you really? Where can I find you?
Don't cry, my child. This is but a moment from the past. I can only tell you what has already happened.
Was the ensoulment successful?
Not quite, but it's the closest we've ever gotten. Amazing. All previous subjects couldn't bear the side effects of the experiment. Only Erd.
State the conclusion.
Yes, sir. Erd's true personality may have briefly returned during the 13th test. We know this because of the disappearance of the Amber Room. That is to say, for a few seconds, the room became unobservable. All feedback signals were cut off. My assumption is that the Amber Room traveled into the future during that time.
The future? Why? For what? Only time will tell.
Timekeeper. Timekeeper? Timekeeper! Are you awake?
Sonetto, is the Timekeeper all right?
Okay, so this one isn't going to progress on us. I wanted to do some analyzing on the other scenes, but unfortunately we didn't get a chance. So, this is revenge scene. Vertain really has to stop waking up to gunfire, because, yeah, this is not a good spot to be in. So we have Sonetto just looming over us right now, just looking down on us. Not Mercy. Miranda? Why can I never remember their names? I'm awful with names. She's keeping guard and watching over us, just checking real quick to make sure we're okay. And yeah, everything's on fire. I don't know what else to describe, but yeah, this is definitely started a battle while we were in the Amber Room. We also learned a lot in the Amber Room as well, so we'll discuss that once we get through this chapter.
She's awake.
Sonetto? Marsha? What's happening? Is Belgrade...
Krutov launched a surprise attack on Belgrade an hour ago. Some bandits have broken into the city under the cover of their air force. The cavalry and the militia have formed a defense. Igor went to contact his people for reinforcements. We need to get you to safety as soon as possible.
How long was I down there? 15 minutes, right?
15 minutes? Timekeeper, you've been gone for almost 12 hours. I just brought you back above ground.
Huh?
Timekeeper, sorry for asking so soon, but are you able to move?
Yes, I'm fine. Just give me one more minute.
All right, here's the situation. Krutov's vanguard has occupied part of the outskirts. Though this church is currently within the safe zone, it won't be for long. We need to retreat a few streets back. 10 minutes ago, a small force cut off our retreat. I'll attempt to break through a route connecting us to the militia stronghold. Wait for my signal, Timekeeper.
Okay, so now we know a bit more about the Amber Room. I don't remember if they were mentioned before. I could be. It's been a while since I last did a video, so I may just be forgetting. But basically, what they're implying here is the fact that the Amber Room was the place that the Foundation experimented with, trying to get people to remember their previous.
Please be careful, Miss Marsha.
Their previous lives and existences.
Don't worry, Sonetto. I can handle these enemies myself. Just take care of the Timekeeper.
But based on what we heard, there were side effects to it, and a lot of the subjects apparently didn't handle said subject so well.
Sensing their sensation and build the hidden. Our victory
comes
comes in a tide of blood.
So we're gonna want to wait and see what happens there.
Face the truth.
And how much it really affects people.
By God's grace.
So we have some horrifying monsters here. We have the cannons.
A shot hit.
They're being charged.
Now is the time.
These crawling things.
We can't get close with this firepower pitting us down. Hey, down there! Go do something about it.
They've turned their machine guns to fire at the flying bitches. I need to do something quick to neutralize the enemy's machine guns.
Working on it.
That was certainly a choice. The Bluepoch down. Taking a peek inside Rachel and build the hidden. Huh. Very well. A shot hit.
And we're done.
A worthy victory. But the fight.
Let's see what comes next.
Timekeeper, Sonetto, this way, quick!
Timekeeper, please hold on to me.
Right.
At the other end of this alley is the area under our control. The Cavalry Corps will escort you out of the city to a safe place.
Aren't you leaving with us, Miss Marsha?
I'll take you to the commander, but after that, I'll stay in Belgrade until the enemy is repelled.
Friendlies! It's friendlies! They're back!
Are you alright, Timekeeper? You don't seem well.
It's okay. I'm not hurt. Just a bit dizzy.
The Timekeeper hasn't eaten anything for over 12 hours. Her blood sugar might be the problem. I'll take her to have some food.
I see. When you finish, take her to the siege outside of the city. This fight will not end soon. The city is no place to linger.
Yes, Commander. I'll take her away as soon as possible.
Make it so. And you? You swore to stay in Belgrade.
Yes, sir. I can join the militia rescue team. Many medical staff in the city cannot defend themselves.
Good. Medics of the Cavalry Corps and Griffin Legion will stay as well. You will aid each other.
Of course.
I'm coming with you, Masha.
Fine, but do as I say.
Okay.
What do you see?
I know Krutov. If this is his declaration of war, he will not stop at bombs and bombers.
What? You mean...
It's coming.
So we just real quick, I'm assuming this is zoom up, but we have Charon here, tied up and riding his horse. Again, I imagine this probably would scare anybody else under these circumstances.
A messenger bearing a declaration of war. A classic move.
A pity the man doesn't know how to ride.
That's...
Oh, and we have a now cinematic shot. Give me a second.
Charon! Andreas!
Is that really...
No! Don't!
Something isn't right. Don't get close, understood? Don't look at him. Meryl, come to me. Someone needs to take her on to an enclosed space. I suppose I have to give it a try. It's working. Charon. Oh my. What have they done to you? Yes, Charon? What is it?
A message from Krotov. He swears to destroy Beregrad unless you hand over Igor.
Okay. The man has turned stiff, but the tear stain on his notebooks are fresh, opening his children in your spine. So I'm assuming this is Charon's notebook. We're probably seeing some of the individuals who unfortunately ended up not making it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he's realized they're using some kind of ritual, basically. Items got taken. Oof. Yeah, this is not good overall. Round 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Charon was basically forced to experiment on people. Somebody they're under. If he didn't, they would kill him more. So
seems you've got
20.
some iron beneath that calm surface. Not everyone would sleep so soundly in a stranger's house. Honestly, you could have just made yourself at home and stayed the night. When I take out the trash later, I'll be sure to toss you out along with it. Oh, spare me the details. I'm sure it was full of enviable warmth and radiance, just enough to scorch my miserable frozen heart. Whatever you saw or did in that dream, do yourself a favor and let it go. You may not like the reality served on your silver platter. No one does. But you'll have to swallow it. Blame this mess on the Black Robes if you want. Those cowards keep trying to drag the world back to their good old days. And the White Robes preaching the future? No less clowns for their taste in uniforms. Falling off their high horses again and again, brought down by their own arrogance. Who would have thought? The whole universe turned into one circus, starring two troops of fools. Why didn't that blind woman just let the world burn back then? It wouldn't have been worse than these chaotic times. And who asked her to play the martyr anyway? If you're lucky enough to find her, take her home and make sure she stays there, quietly, for everyone's sake.
Well, I wasn't quite expecting that, but fair enough. Let's see. Life and fate. Reforge scythe and plow into sword's edge. Let iron learn to leave its sheath, and let our enemies know the taste of hunger. And my dogs are going crazy in the background.
His bodily structure is too fractious to store his arcane energy. The leakage is worsening his condition. How could the Manus do such a thing?
Why? He's got nothing to do with any of this. I should have gone with you, Charon. No.
Meryl! Meryl!
Masha.
Don't turn around. I think Charon wants to tell you something.
What is it, Charon?
Meryl.
Charon, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. You protected me, walked with me all this way, hid me, kept me safe, and after all that, after everything you've done for me, I left you there, all alone. If only I weren't such a weakling. If only I were brave like the others. I could have taken you with me. Saved you for once. But... it's all my fault. I'm useless. I should never have left you behind. If it weren't for me, you could have...
No, Meryl. You promised to run away when danger came. Why do you remain here? Go, find a safe place.
No, I can't. I can't run away anymore. I shouldn't. I should never have run in the first place. If I'd just gone back to the squad. If I hadn't asked to go with you, if...
Hush, now. How are you supposed to help me fix Charon up if you keep crying like this? Don't forget what we need to do. Charon will be fine. As long as we can restore the vessel of his consciousness, he'll recover. I'm the only one who can look at him right now, and I need a reliable assistant. Only the two of us can help him. Do you understand?
Yes. Right, I understand.
Then take a moment and wipe your tears. It won't be an easy task, but it'll soon be over. Just follow my instructions and give me what I need when I ask for it. Can you do that, Meryl?
будем жертвами!
Мы не будем жертвами!
Спасите Береград! Выдайте Игоря!
Выдайте Игоря!
Stop! Don't go any further.
Stand aside, kid. I need to talk to your commander.
You can tell me. I'll pass it on.
Hey, I know this man. Let me talk to him. Fyodor, take your people and turn back. Or are you here just to cause trouble?
Still standing strong with the cavalry, are we, Dima? Don't you know how many have sided with us?
Them? Just little sheep following any dog that barks at them.
You war-crazed Duraki! All we have to do is hand over that Igor and Krutov will leave us be. The choice is obvious.
You're the Durak. They're bandits. You can't trust a word they say.
And this Igor, who is he? No one here has ever even heard of him. It's no skin of our back to hand him over. You cavalry said you wanted to protect the city. Now is your chance. If Krutov has some personal issue with Igor, then I say they solve it themselves on the step.
You don't know what you're talking about. The drink's pickled your brain. Just look at your nose. You've got no say here anyway, so shut it and go home.
Or you can use your enthusiasm to fight off the bandits and get our market back.
Tell the 1st Battalion's commander to evacuate the citizens trapped outside. Just a few sharp soldiers won't worsen the situation. Be careful. No misfires. Fyodor won't dare start a real fight. He'd sooner roll in his wealth than die.
Yes, Commander.
You taught Krutov well, Igor. He has driven a wedge between us. Old-fashioned, but effective. He knows we need both the militia and the citizens to hold Peregrad. One whisper deal and half turn against us.
He will do anything to bring me a humiliating death.
Why? I never warmed to him, true, but I had no inkling his hatred ran so deep.
Like me, there was no turning back for him after San Paulo. He can only continue down the path he has laid. Since the deal with Manus Vindicta, he has resented me. He claims I shot at him for his sacrifice. He also believes our break from the Manus was a grave mistake. He wishes to wrest more power from them. But I never promised him power. I promised him a chance at survival. Still, he calls the boon a sacred thing that will grant him the power of a god. Krutov took my choice as weakness. Now, he is obsessed with proving that his path is the right one. He wants to kill me, to take the boon, to prove his worth to the Manus. We can take advantage of this. one thing is certain. This decisive battle will not be inside the city. We cannot stay here alone. Let us live together, Ivan. We will discuss our strategy on the way to camp.
Okay, so simple but effective, honestly. It's so Calvin here has gone and started just stirring up trouble with the people, and knowing the type of men Ivan and Igor are, they're not going to start raising weapons against their own civilians. So now they have to work around. Excuse me. Now they have to work around it basically. So we'll see where it goes in the next episode. For now, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell below, notify down below. And I guess for this, excuse me, I guess for this episode, comment down below. Just add the word hope. Like I said, right now things are difficult for a lot of people. Things have gotten really difficult and dark for a lot of people. So I would honestly say, just hold off. Things can get better. Things will get better. We just have to hold on to that one little spark, one little word, okay? But until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to be kind. Try Chris and tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Until then, it's been Starborn. Feline sign off from now saying, have a great day, evening, watch this. And until next time, goodbye.